Oh, it's so nice to see green on OBS when I click stream bend. Well, Ben, we're live.
Oh. Why is that the live stream?
Well, Ben, we're live. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why is that the live stream?
Oh. Well, Ben, we're live. Okay.
Oh. Also get you here first.
Yeah.
Why is that the live stream?
Oh. Arranging stuff. Ben, we're live. Why don't you start chatting and filling my empty space?
Yeah, hey everyone. This is Ben with Tiger's Den. I'm here with Chris today. We're going to be doing some Beastmasters Duel Tree and Tide. It's going to be I'll be playing as Camille, the tree side. Chris is going to be playing as Titus, the tide side. And once we're ready and all set up here, we'll get right to that.
You want to set mine up,
sure.
though, not like yours.
How do you want it?
I want like this, like that,
Okay.
and close to the edge over there.
Okay. We're trying a more cozy, comfy setting than last time. Whereas last time we were kind of spread over the big gaming table over there.
Ben and I like a more intimate setting when we're about to hammer on each other.
Yep. I should probably shuffle these.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
I mean, we don't want you to get mana flooded or anything, so.
Well, with all the lands. And
Right.
everything.
I mean, how many lands do you run in this deck? It's like.
I mean, it's a 12-card deck, so 8 are lands.
Okay. Alright, so that should leave room for the discard. I should probably take my meeples, because they are important.
What?
Yeah, this is a much better setup that you.
I told
I'm
you.
probably gonna switch to your way in a
I
second.
told you I liked doing it. What I was saying was vertically for me.
Mm-hmm. I see that now.
I am going to apologize to the camera because I am totally going to cross in front of you to get to my seat that Ben is currently in.
All right. I will accept the apology on behalf of those watching.
I will accept the award on their behalf.
Okay. And that looks like it's all of your meeples and all your cubes. Then I'm just gonna awkwardly step over the dog. Yeah, it's you I'm talking about there.
What an illegal play. Ben has a 4th beast at the table.
Well, I thought that if you got the Tigrin, that you could just play with a 4th beast on your side, and that was the incentive.
The art variant Tigrin, he's black.
Yeah. Yep. Black and a couple inches too big in any given dimension to be the actual Tigrin. All right. Actually, probably should have lined these up like this, but that's fine. Put these ones here. And then tactics and objectives. Would you like me to set up terrain, or do you want to?
I mean, yeah, I go first, so I want 2 trees and I want a rock.
Okay.
I want you to drop a tree right in the water space next to the triangle.
Okay. Here.
Nope, that right there. I want a rock right what would be below for me, on top of for you the square.
Okay. So like.
There, yep. And then I want one more tree, and I want it in the hex touching your 2 starters right there furthest from me. There you go.
All right.
That's what I want. That's what I'm setting up from a distance.
Okay, and you have your man shot that's super good on range, so I probably want to do something to block line of sight. So maybe We've already got one there, so maybe actually like blocking line of sight from here to here. This is a legal placement, even though it looks like this is a pillar. It's just a natural spot on there, so I can put that there if I
busted
want.
pillar.
Yep, busted pillar. So there's just a tree growing. The tree grew up and knocked the pillar over. Grew up from inside of it, and then I think I'll make it a little bit harder for you to. I think I'll try to funnel you a little bit. Stick this here. It is legal for me to put that there because while I can't place two terrain next to each other, I can place one next to one that Chris has placed. So I couldn't put it here, but I can stick it there. And then for this last one, let's just put you. Oh, I can't put it there. Well, in that case, I'm going to put this one here instead, I think. And I'll put this. I think I'll put this one here going out of the pond there. Alright, now we have this space for all of our tokens to go.
Alright, so I have posted on Facebook, the Twitter. We are posted pretty much everywhere, I think, at this point.
Alright, sweet.
The stream health is good.
Good.
We are at green. Guys, we
Green.
upgraded our internet here in the den, and I gotta tell you, it is doing wonders. Because
Yep.
previously, when we would stream Guardians, you would get just monster lag. Like, did they roll dice or did they just place them?
I should probably go over here and grab our cubes. Those are important in this game.
All right, let's do this thing.
All right.
Stream. Oh, I should get my phone. So if there are questions,
Oh, good idea.
I can facilitate the answer to some of those questions.
Let's just stick the cubes up here, maybe. There we go. And I'll
Either
make
or.
sure. I'll make sure that mine is on mute because I will not need to be receiving questions.
Mine is always on mute.
Actually, I'll just turn mine on Do Not Disturb so I don't get buzzed in the middle of things. Bear wants to sit on my lap, but it will be very hard to play with him on my lap.
Okay. Did you want to knock over stuff? Did you want to move these?
Oh, yeah, sure.
For me, I will take this. You can have purple. I have to be careful with the dice rolling because we're on a smaller...
We've got this.
Oh, why am I taking purple and white?
Yeah,
Those are clearly not for this set, Ben.
Oh, yeah, I wonder why we have purple and white dice set aside for Beastmasters. None of the sets that we have publicized use those colors.
Super weird.
Yeah, really weird.
We just get a lot of extra dice, guys.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
obviously.
occupational hazard, accumulating extra dice.
Okay. I've got a little bit of, why did, see, now you set mine up again, in a way.
Yep, I realized that after I did it. But I didn't fix it because I didn't feel like it. Here's your starting momentum cube.
Okay. So, I'm going to be polite, and I am going to run to the bathroom before we start. What I want you to do is run through the intro. I got to see if I need to mulligan cards, so when I get back we can just jump in.
How intro are we being here? Are you talking about?
Run through it. I think this is actually the first gameplay stuff that we've shown, because the first gameplay we recorded had no sound.
That's right. Yeah. All right, so this is the setup for Beastmasters Duel Tree and Tide. Those of you who backed and or have played Sun and Stone will recognize that the board looks very different here, and we will be getting into more of that in a little bit probably, although if you want to know more right now, you can check out the Kickstarter page. Update number 1, I believe, for Tree and Tide details the changes to the playboard, how that affects the rules, and then also how we're going to be distributing these boards. So,
real quick,
yeah.
when I go to the bathroom, keep this gentleman honest. Okay? I have 6 cards here. Do not let him look at them. Tell me in the comments if he does. We'll be back. Ben, continue your introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy.
Well, and Chris just told you to do that without offering you anything in return. I, however, am going to...
Bribes.
Yeah. Straight up bribes. So, yeah, so this is how we have the board set up here. Each of us is going to have our team of 3 beasts and 1 trainer. That's represented by our little trainer meeple here. Our beasts will be moving around the board and fighting each other, largely over control of these objective spaces that have the little symbols on them. And I will be using different attacks that we have, different tactic cards that we had, and while we are jockeying for position and trying to KO each other's beasts, what we're really trying to do is score these purple objective cards here. You'll see we have the orange cards, those are our tactics. Purple cards are our objectives, and no one knows what objectives the other person has. And objectives are things that you get a number of points from for playing in a particular way. So some of them might say things like, push an opposing beast off of an objective, or deal damage or KO a beast that had attrition on it. So meet a specific condition, get a reward. And that's how you get most of your points in this game, even though it kind of seems like, oh, I should just be trying to knock out my opponent's beasts over and over. Because it's really easy to redeploy knocked out beast, it's not always the best thing to hyper-focus on that as your strategy. It does cost an extra energy to redeploy after you're KO'd. But so my team is actually kind of immobile here. I have the Bark Sprite has just moved. They all have movement of 2 except for Dinotaur, who has movement of 3. But while Chris is gone, I will tell you that I have a card in my hand that lets the usually slower Leaf Dragon move to pretty much anywhere. So I think I kind of like... I can afford to have that one on a further away space. Although, actually... Yeah, I think this is okay. I will put you there. We will put the Dinotaur is a really good, that's kind of like the bruiser of my team, so he's going to go closer to the front. And then I will put the Bark Sprite back here, because the Bark Sprite is all the way back in my activation order, so I know I'm going to be activating the Dinotaur before the Bark Sprite goes. And I actually put Camille in my first slot here because she can give focus to another beast when she activates, and so that'll make their attacks more powerful. And then, oh yeah, so this is our activation row here, which the way that we activate beasts is we choose a beast to activate, and it costs energy equal to what slot it is in this row. So if I were to activate Camille, it would cost me 1. If I were to activate the Bark Sprite, it would cost me 4. There are some exceptions to that rule, but they're always printed on the card. And this is our energy track, so as we spend energy, this track will be advancing down, and then at the end of the round, the cap will increase and will reset. So this round we have 5 max energy, next round we'll have 6 max energy, etc.
Etc.?
Yes.
Oh man, I gotta step over you two. Bear move. That's the opposite direction in which you should be moving. Please move. Please move. Thank you, dog. Okay. I have my cards.
I've got a mulligan now.
You have mulliganing to do?
Yes.
Also, I'm not sure what Ben has told you, but his placement of beasts is not legal. They are all flipped to their powered side.
Oh, yeah.
Right off the bat. This is a huge disadvantage for me. This is not a variant game mode.
Definitely should have paid attention to that.
Okay. So what you guys see is definitely going to be designers playing a game they designed, guys. I beat someone in 3 rounds at 2D Con. I rarely beat Ben in 3 rounds. So
He usually does beat me, though. I'm not very good at this game.
okay.
Or more to the point, Chris knows every card intimately in the game, and I always have to relearn everything each time I play, because this is not the kind of game that I grew up on.
Let's do a run through here. I want to keep all the beasts turned like this to try to be... I cannot turn the crab like that. I'm sorry, guys. But he is humongous.
Yeah, he's so big that he takes up 2 spots, so we have to make sure that he's always in the right 2 spots.
But I am going to turn everyone else so that the camera can better see them. Now, what do we have here for objective spaces? We have the circle up here in the water. That's going to give you the additional tactic card. When you refresh your hand, we have the triangle, which is going to give you the extra boost power for your beasts. And then the square down here, which is going to be the removal of an injury. Interesting. That'll be the least interesting objective space.
Yeah. Especially because it's a little bit further.
Well,
away.
yeah, it's further. I was just going to say that.
Objective.
Further away from everything. Okay. I can do it. I am actually going first to start us off here. So,
it's back in the middle.
One thing I will say as a veteran player of this game is always focus on your objective cards.
You're just covering that.
Yes. One thing we learned teaching the game at 2DCon, that's definitely something that should be in the instruction booklet as like a little tooltip.
Oh, yeah.
The least efficient way you can win is by just plugging knockout after knockout and ignoring your cards.
So it takes so many activations to knock out a beast compared to how many activations.
And how do I want this row? Did you figure that out?
Nope. I was gonna let you figure that out. Since it is your row.
Oh my god. Okay. I know how I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna just do it like this, and I'm gonna start how I like to start. Okay? Let's do this thing. I'm gonna activate Titus for my first activation. I'm gonna move Titus, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna rock. Yep. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna rock fan mail right off the bat. We're gonna rock Lucky Hat. Now here's the interesting part. I'm not gonna move any cubes there. Okay? I'm gonna gain 1 blue because I activated in the first slot. I'm gonna gain a blue and momentum and a star from activating Lucky Hat, but I am not moving any cubes there.
Alright. That for you?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm also going to start by activating my trainer. Also from the first slot.
Okay.
I'm going to put her on Trainer's Wisdom. So I'll get a Beast Power and a Momentum. And I'll get to re-roll my lowest auto-fail each turn this round.
Who are you dropping? Camille's special ability is that when she goes from the first slot like that, Ben can throw a focus or an armor on someone. What do you got?
I'm probably going to focus. Do I have anything that this would really help on?
I think that would be smart to cover in an update at some point during this Kickstarter too. What new abilities these characters have?
I'm just going to focus on Dynatar.
So we did those spotlights for Sunstorm.
For sure. Yeah,
I gained more momentum than Ben because that's Titus's spiel.
Yep.
He gains momentum based on where he activates,
yep.
but not in the fourth slot. Okay, so now it's me. We're going to go Kingfisher. So Krabby is going to activate from the first slot. He would normally remove attrition. I do not have any attrition to do so with. I am going to move him 1, and actually let's do it like that. So I'm going to end my position like that. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, okay, I can't do that. 1, 2, okay, I can't do that. So I will leave him there, and if you could please, excuse me, I forgot, during his upkeep, he's supposed to have 2 armor, so at the start of the game I would have had that. Go ahead.
Alright, well I'm just going to...
I'm already controlling the board, everyone. You can see it, Ben's embarrassed by it.
Yep.
Game over, Ben.
I'm going to activate my Leaf Dragon. I'm going to play In Pursuit to let him move further, so that gives me a...
Who can you see right now?
The...
Straight lines.
Oh, yeah.
You got no one you can see. And even if you move 1, the answer to that is still no one.
That's right, yeah. I forgot that this card is a lot worse now because of the new line of sight rules.
Yeah.
You might want to revisit that.
You might want to revisit that. I'm perfectly comfortable with the card being inferior. No, and again, reminder when we play through and do these streams during the campaign, like with Sun and Stone, a lot of the cards got tweaked and, the value added or subtracted post-campaign, because Ben and I don't just stop playing Beastmasters.
Well, in that case, we're just going there, I guess. That kind of wrecks my entire setup that I had. So I probably should have.
Your mulligan would have been a little different. Huh?
Yeah. Well, it was actually my initial setup, so I was thinking, well, I can just get the leaf rig anywhere I need it to be, basically, as long as
Yeah.
you're moving over here.
How embarrassing. Huh?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I like embarrassing for you, so that it fits the narrative I was trying to drive to begin with. So what I want to do right now is rock you. So if I move 3 there, I'll be able to do that, but it will not help me. So what I want to do with 3 left is actually get crazy here. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I want to activate Titus from the 3rd slot. So that's all the rest.
Okay.
But I'm gaining 3 momentum.
This is pretty crazy.
I'm going to move here. I am going to use my cubes, so I'll gain another of these star things that people keep talking about. I will draw and recycle up to X cards, X being the number of momentum I moved with him. Now, I only moved 1, so I'm going to be drawing a single trophy card, but what that's going to let me do is recycle 1 of these and then draw 1. So I'm still going to end up with 4. I'm just putting 1 of these back that I don't think I'm going to be able to do or get in the next round. So I'm going to actually knock that on the ground. I'll put that there. I was at 0 trophy points. We're going to do it.
Yep.
Go ahead, put that there. Draw 1, and let's recycle. Go ahead, Ben.
Okay. So I'm going to activate the Bark Sprite from the 2nd slot. It's going to cost me 2, but its activation ability is that if I activate it from 2 or 3, I get +1 max energy. So next round I will have 1 additional energy.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yep. And I'm going to move here, and I'm going to attack your Kingfisher. Now, I'm pretty far away, so I'm going to auto-miss on 1s, 2s, and 3s. And this attack, I think this attack hits on everything, though. So.
Yes, it does hit on everything, but it's only 3 dice.
Yeah.
The real benefit, though, is that Ben could get a free hit or 2,
Right.
and if he rolls 3 of a kind, he'll gain an energy back.
Yep. Oh, very
Almost
close.
3 of a kind.
And
Okay.
none of those are auto misses because it's 4 and higher there.
Of course, the Kingfisher has 4 defense.
So it's very hard to land hits. But
I will block 2 of those.
and I'll take 1 of your
I'll
armor
take
off.
1 to my armor.
Oh, actually, I attacked from hindering terrain there. So I still would have hit you for 1. This would have been a 4, these would have been 3s. But you still would have blocked these 2 and gotten hit by that. And I should have done that, but it wouldn't have affected the outcome. And that's especially important because I have attack with the beast from hindering terrain. So this objective I have to turn once before I can actually score it, but now get it on the board, and the next time I do that thing, I will get 1 point. So I'll move this guy to the back,
Man.
and then I will let you take your turn, because you have not yet passed.
Yes, and I will pass. So I'll be going first next round. I'll take that delicious star
Mm-hmm.
that you just fed me.
Yep. I wasn't going to skip my next 3 energy worth turns.
That to me seemed like a prime move. Now I'm going to get a star, and I'm in prime position on my activation row and card-wise next turn. And of course, I have 6 momentum going in next turn. Ben's not going to knock anyone out.
But of course, I also get to score this card here, because now I can move to here, because this blocks line of sight but not movement. It's like heavy shrubbery more than a big tree that gets in your way. And I will just make an attack against your Kingfisher.
I will take that attack.
Alright.
I'm not even going to roll defense.
The question is, do I want to focus this attack?
Well, you're going to roll everything down anyways, so I don't care.
Yeah, I think that against this particular enemy, I don't care to spend the focus. So
I
do a normal attack.
don't even care.
Ooh, that was a terrible roll. So
What gets removed for
2s
you?
and 4s, but I get to count this as, I get to count the lowest auto miss as a hit because of trainer resistance. So they are.
And then roll them all down 1.
Right, so actually 2, 2, or 1, 1, 2, and 5 are my...
Oh, good God. 6,
Okay.
2, 2, 1. So I am going to block all of them, but off of a terrible roll.
Yep. So I should have focused that. I would have hit you for 3. You'd have been at 1.
You are the... Shut it.
Alright. You are passing.
I passed
Yep.
for the entirety of the round.
And I will also not pass because I have nothing else.
Okay, so Trainer's going to come back, and Chris is going to go ahead and count himself. Guys, this is why I love this game. Long-term planning here. I now have 6 cubes. to just do things with this round.
Although I do have 7 energy this round, so that's also nice.
You have 1 more energy to me to
Yep.
my 6 additional cubes.
Yep.
Do you want to discard any cards?
I'm thinking about it pretty hard here.
I
This
am
one.
going to discard. I'm going to discard an Ice Beam from my Penguin.
I'm going to keep this because it gives me so much momentum.
Sure. Okay. I'm going to start this party off now with a couple of things.
Ooh, I just found a kind of a usable card that I hadn't thought of before.
Here we go. 1 here to gain this and recycle this Penguin card. So the Aquator has the ability of Survivalist. He allows my team to regain cards, which, if you guys haven't read the rulebook, these decks do not reshuffle. They are finite. So when those decks run out, they run out. Having the ability to recycle on the Tide team is really important because they don't have a whole lot of upgrades. I will be activating the Aquator. Bye-bye. For 1. And I'm going to River Run you.
Okay. What's that do?
So River Run is going to let me roll 3 dice. I need 1s, 2s, 3s on here. 2 2s. Okay. All of your beasts are going to move 2 in that direction.
Oh, that's terrible.
So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Push him back. Push him back.
Yeah, you will note that these guys both have 1 movement, so getting pushed back 2 is effectively 2 turns they can't do anything.
And River Run gets me those things. Okay? And then, of course, I'll move 1, 2.
Okay.
Because I wanted to.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, can I take that back?
Yeah.
I would like to move into the tree, because that's going to give the Kingfisher support if need be, but it's also going to hide my little Aquata.
Right, because I can't draw line of sight to someone who is in a brush, just as I can't draw line of sight to someone who is behind a brush.
Hit me. What do you got? Oh, and I should have 3 armor this round. My apologies for that.
We're going to activate Camille from the first slot. Question is, where do we want to put her? And I think the answer might actually be that I just want to use Rampage as 1 here. That will let 2 of my beasts move and attack. So that will help to make up for the fact that I just got pushed that far. So
I actually didn't push him to nullify what he was doing, guys. I pushed him because I wanted the star, and the momentum is unnecessary, but I wanted the star.
Alright, so that costs me 2 extra energy, so it's a lot. When she activates, I get to focus someone. And I think because of what I'm holding in my hand, this is going to give Chris information, but I'll just tell you. But because of what I'm holding in my hand, I think I'm going to focus the Dinotaur a second time.
Okay.
And then I'm going to say move. Let's see. I have to read the wording of this card.
Move 2.
Okay. Yep. So I will move here and attack the Kingfisher with nature again. Ooh.
Excellent. All that is canceled. Goodbye.
But I get to score if I roll 2 or more autofails. So, because I'm
None
so
of those
far...
are autofails.
Yeah, they are. They autofail on 1s and 2s.
They are removed, but they are not autofails.
Oh, I've been teaching this game
right.
wrong.
Autofails, to correct that, autofails in the rule book are only values grayed out on the card.
Okay. This is good to know. I almost got my 3 of a kind again, too. So then I will move here again.
Let's do it.
And
I'm just going to hold 4 dice the whole game. I feel like Ben's just going to throw the kitchen sink at this poor crab.
well, he's the only guy I have range on. Either attack that guy or attack
This poor crab.
Because I have 2 focus here, and if Dinotaur gets knocked out, I'll lose all that focus. I am going to focus.
Roll it down, baby.
Alright, so these all roll down. So 3, and you're going to block everything. Yep, everything gets blocked. Because this will be a 3, so everything rolls up to a 3.
You'll have 4
5, 5,
3s.
4. Yep.
Okay.
It's very hard to hit a lot of these beasts.
Just the Kingfisher.
Well, even the...
Is going to activate in an interesting manner. and that is from the second slot, so it'll cost 2. I'm going to spend an additional 1, because that additional 1 is going to give me a star, Ben.
Okay.
Which means someone's going to flip.
Nice.
And that someone is most definitely the Equator.
Never a bad choice.
Okay? I am going to be targeting your Bark Sprite.
Okay.
So what Geyser does, ladies and gentlemen, is allow me to roll 2 dice. Any successes that I roll, I simply need 1. Move my target up to 3 spaces. So I simply need one of these to be 3 or greater.
There you go.
Boom. I will move your Bark Sprite here, which now allows me, it says, to Vice Grip.
Nice.
I have support with said Vice Grip, so I will be rolling 3 dice to crunch you.
And I will be rolling 2 dice to defend. 2 3s.
I will not be re-rolling anything, because the 6 and the 4 are going to hit, and you're going to get wounds from.
Yep.
However, that 3 there is just going to give attrition.
Okay. So I will get 1 attrition.
And attrition, for those caring about flavor, think of attrition like burning, bleeding, poison, whatever context you want to put attrition in. That's...
Or just getting stuck by thorny
Yep. Oh, and that would be...
terrain.
That would be removed.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, right now, because I can do this at whatever point during my turn, I'm just going to activate the Bark Sprite's Nurture ability, take off a wound there,
Smart.
so that I can remove at least 1 wound from an allied beast. So the next time I do that, I will get this point.
Ben is laser focused.
Yep.
I love it. Because a lot of the times he is not. And he gets in trouble.
Yep. I still need to find a way to get this guy ever back into the action now.
Well, right now, if you had your ability to hit someone in line of sight with his in pursuit, I suppose.
No, because you're in the tree.
I'm not in line of sight.
Nope. Yeah, so I think I'm just going to activate Bark Sprite.
You could move 1 space and do it and go to a close space, right? Because in pursuit...
Oh, you're right, because you're here, too.
Yes.
Okay. So I guess the question is, do I want to activate Bark Sprite now to get him out of there, and then be in a less dangerous position, and then get my +1 energy for the next turn? And I think the answer is probably yes, because I don't like having him in that spot. So I'll do this. I'll spend 2. I'll increase my meter by 1.
Seems weird, but whatever.
And then I'm going to... and I can attack, then move, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I will...
So, the same as Ben could move and then play a card. Ben could move and then attack. Ben could play a card, then move,
All right. And since I can attack someone who's not the Kingfisher this turn, I think I will attack the Equator.
Let's do it.
Or actually, no, do I want to play a tactic from my hand here? The answer is maybe.
Boo. That's the answer. Boo.
I think I'm going to do that. So instead of attacking you,
okay,
I will play Sprite Shot. That will immediately give me 2 momentum.
I love it.
Which is really the biggest reason I'm playing this right now. And then I will... well, actually, the question is, do I want to focus... Yeah, I probably want to hit the Dinotaur. So I can give focus or armor or remove wounds. And it's going to take this guy a while to... Well, actually, no, because I can just in pursuit that guy. So let's move here so that I have fewer auto fails on this, and then I will...
You only have 1 movement, sir.
Oh, yes, guy only has 1 movement. Okay. Well,
why not move to the circle? Get the additional tactic.
Yep. Yep, so in that case, I'll do this. And I will score all 3 of them.
And that is 3 of a kind, sir.
Yep. Oh, I don't
you
I don't have
shuffled
that
card, didn't you?
No, I never had that card.
Ugh.
It was the auto fails, not the 3 of a kind that I had.
Ugh.
So I will get an extra energy because that's the Bark Sprite's ability. And then oh wait, no, that's from nature. Yeah, so that doesn't actually happen. So that does not happen, but I will get to put a combination of 3 armor focus and wound removal on...
Well, you don't need 3 armor focus, and you got no wounds to remove.
Right. So I'm going to give the Leaf Dragon 2 focus and an armor.
Love it.
And then I am on the circle objective, so if I'm still at the end of the round, I will get to draw an extra card.
4th card.
Yep.
Can't beat that.
Yep.
Okay.
It's true, that has never been beaten. No one has ever beaten that card.
I will activate...
Mm-hmm.
I will activate Titus.
Okay.
I'm going to move him here, and I'm going to drop 4 cubes with him.
Okay.
So what's going to happen, I'm going to draw 4 cards from here. I'm then going to recycle... How many cards, Ben?
3? I don't remember how that one works.
4 cards.
4 cards, okay.
Then I will be drawing 1. And if you were watching the cards I just took and got rid of, yes, I kept one of the newer cards and got rid of the card that was previously in hand. Draw 1.
Mm-hmm.
Now, of course, I just recycled 4 cards, did I not?
Yep.
Did I? That's 2 trophy points for me for recycling at least. I actually recycled a card with the otter earlier. So at least 4 cards have been recycled this round. I cannot gain any momentum, though, from activating him from the 2nd slot. Go ahead.
This is already next.
Yep.
Alright. So at this point, we will activate Leaf Dragon.
Do it.
You know, I thought that I had 2 energy left at this point, but I
Do
don't.
it.
So
Do it.
instead of doing that, I think that I will just pass the round, because this activation will effectively do nothing.
Ah.
Because I thought that I had 2 energy. I planned this out wrong. I thought that I was going to have 2, but I'll just have 1, and it costs an extra energy to use the tactic that I wanted to use.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I will gain
That's
my
good.
beast power.
That's good for Chris. Chris likes that a lot. And talks in the 3rd person.
I mean, the alternative was that I move him here, and then you go, and then I pass.
Okay, so I can't do this, I can't do this, but I can do that. And I think we're going to do that. All allied beasts gain focus.
Mm-hmm.
And 1, 2, 3 won't have line of sight. 1, 2, 3 won't have line of sight. 1, 2, 3 won't have line of sight. Okay, so that is inconsequential. So what I want to do is activate...
You haven't even used the man shot yet.
Don't worry about him. I will pump 2 into the Aquator, and I will focus a tail on you, Mr.
Okay.
Roll Down Dice.
Which one? The Xanatar or the...
Aquator
Okay,
to
okay.
Bark Sprite. So I'll be rolling 6 dice. Using my focus, I will be pushing you as well as flipping one of your defense dice.
Okay.
Whatever one is rolled down not enough to my liking. I will not be flipping any of Ben's ones.
Are you sure you don't want to flip any of my ones? If I roll down a 1 and then you flip it, do I just roll infinity?
Well, this is not good. All of this goes goodbye.
Okay, but I still take 2, which is enough to knock me out because I have attrition.
Oh, I love it. And I was going to push you 1. So I'll take a trophy. And I will give a beast a daze by KO or an attack action.
Mm-hmm.
And I will have spent at least 2 momentum on beast abilities this round. And now I too will pass.
Alright.
That felt really good. That knockout felt very good. I appreciate that.
Good.
Thank
And you
you.
stopped me from drawing an extra card there, too.
Thank you for giving that to me.
You're welcome.
I will again get 6 cubes. And let me see. I will be drawing up. Now the benefit, by the way, to scoring those cards or starting to score those cards is by doing those things. Yes, I don't get those 4 trophies yet, but they're out of my hand. Now I'm drawing more opportunities to score immediately or in the future. So Beastmaster's Duel is definitely a game that can be played and is accessible. I mean, we had 8-year-old kids playing it at 2D-Con pretty easily. But it's one of those games where if you're a serious gamer, long-term planning is something you can really have fun with here. You are up, my friend.
Yep. So I'll put this back here. And, I should probably...
You should probably gain energy and reset your energy bar and your trainer and your momentum.
Yep.
because you for sure have more than one.
That is true.
All right.
Okay, I have to take a look at what my things do here. So I think that what I like leading on is... I will activate Leaf Dragon, and now I will spend my extra one.
Ooh, okay.
To move here.
Line of sight, you're going to
And
drop.
then I can go to anywhere that's adjacent. And I think I'll probably...
Not go by the Aquater.
Yeah.
That's smart. Because he would tail whip you for free.
Oh, you know, and I can stand here. I know I can't stand there. If that were a tree, it'd be great for me, because then I could be where the Manchok can't hit me, and I still have support here, and I'm out of support there. But unfortunately, we did not set that up correctly. So anyway, here's my...
Oh no, it was set up correctly.
So in Hot Pursuit, I will gain my 1 beast
And then
power.
draw your 1 from either
that's right.
deck.
And actually, so usually
You would draw objectives.
Usually I draw objectives, but I do have reasons to maybe draw a tactic here.
Okay.
So I have a 1 in 3 chance of this scoring me a bunch of points. But I actually don't know if that's worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, rough stuff. Rough
You know what? I'll roll those dice.
stuff.
I'll roll those dice. Oh.
He's not actually rolling dice.
Okay, and then I'm going to focus this attack. So the attack is 4 dice
Oh no.
against, your
no.
huge can never deal damage to Powerhouse. It's... Oh no, what have I done?
I don't want to say wow, but that's the only response I get.
All right.
Ben has officially lost all trophy points. I'm gonna roll my 4
5.
and embarrassingly cry.
Ooh. Okay, so you block... What do I fail? I fail on 1s, 2s, and 6s. So this is the only one that comes out. And I hit you with all 3.
I'll lose all 3 armor.
Oh, and actually I focus, but I have to discard that anyway. So
Yeah, I'll lose all 3 armor.
okay. So you lose your armor. That's a good start for me. It didn't actually accomplish a whole lot.
Okay.
It got me closer to what I want to do this round.
It's on me now.
And I'm just going to make sure I don't have to play any of these right now. Correct.
Okay. Then let's do a couple of things right from the get-go. Let's add
Where's my energy
1 focus.
tracker cube? You can keep playing. I'll just...
It's dead. It's gone.
Yep.
There is no tracker cube.
Yep. I'll just have infinite energy.
I'll spend a focus on attunement, giving everyone focus. I'm going to take a free action, guys, which is one of the new things we added to this set. So rather than upgrade, some beasts have free actions, so I can spend 1, gain 1, gain 1, I can't. And it says I can rearrange my activation bar and move the Aquater to any water space.
Okay.
So, what I am going to do is I'm going to rejigger this, and this, and this. Yes, let's do it like this. Okay? So that is me realigning my bar. I will now activate Titus for 1. Okay? So this goes to my discard pile. Activating Titus for 1, I'm going to do something crazy.
Sorry, I'm going to put out that I forgot to reduce this meter when my beast was KO'd, so I'll remove it.
Team chemistry, then.
Yeah.
Spend an additional 2. Okay?
Mhm.
Moving 2 cubes with him. I gain 2 stars. I can't gain blue. Place an upgrade or active card from my hand or discard into play for a beast in slot X. X being the number of momentum moved. Ooh, and actually... Yep, okay, I'm fine with that. So I will play Whirlpool Shot, which gets me 1, 2. Someone else is flipping.
Nice.
Kingfisher. Okay. And this is going to just, I'm going to slide it right under my Aquater because the table space and because that's how we like to do it. Okay. he'll move to the back of the line, and before anything else, Ben, I'm going to spend a cube here. Remove all armor or focus from a target within 2 spaces.
Okay.
So why don't you drop the focus from your Dinotaur?
Oh, that's really rude.
And of course, spend 2 momentum, guys, on beast abilities this round. Score myself 2 on that. Okay. I would like you to take a activation then.
Okay.
Unless you want to pass.
Nope. I'm going to play Taunting Pose for my Leaf Dragon. That's a free action, as Chris just described.
Seems weird, but whatever.
Does it seem weird though? Because 1, I get to flip someone.
You're at 0.
I was at... Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay.
Upgrade to 0.
Yep. And then also I get... So this is when I drew earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I had score immediately when you play the second Leaf Dragon tactic card this round. So
There we go.
So that was a big gamble on my part. Oh, there it is.
Right there.
Yep, it was just in the store track.
I love it.
Just get rid of that one so I don't get confused. Okay, so we'll play that one out.
I think you should keep it like a cap on your points.
Sure. And then I think that for my beast activation this round.
Okay, what do you got?
Well, actually, first I'm going to decide who to upgrade, and I think it's going to be the Dinotaur.
Okay.
For
That's what I
a-
assumed.
Yeah, for a specific reason.
That's what I assumed. But you won't like where this gets you.
It just doesn't quite get me to the spot that I want it to be if I do that.
You won't like it. We were going to do a draft play while Ben is considering his turn with the Sun and Stone stuff. But with that stuff not being officially announced as a reprinting,
Right.
we thought, you know what, why not just highlight the Tree and Tide stuff for a run?
Right.
Not to say that we couldn't do a draft at some point. Because Ben and I like doing a draft. It's very fun.
Mm-hmm.
Even doing the draft with a single set is fun. Doing a draft with multiple sets,
You know, I always upgrade the Dinotaur first.
you're going to upgrade the Leaf Dragon first because you want the additional movement.
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright.
I've been really signed on movement, and I've drawn one of his 2 cards that lets him reposition, so I only have 1 more in the entire deck.
Sure.
So we'll try the Leaf Dragon this time, see how it goes. Okay, so then I will do my activation for the Dinotaur, and I think that it is actually going to be simply playing in brush to the Dinotaur, which gives Dinotaur stealth. You give an explanation of what stealth does, Chris.
Yes, I
do
can.
this and fail.
Let me multi-window because I have it actually written down.
Nice.
Ba-da-ba. That's the wrong note. I write notes on my phone, don't judge.
Alright, so that costs me 1 extra, so spend that, and then I will gain
Okay.
1 star.
So, stealth as it were, because as Ben explained, in trees line of sight cannot be drawn to you anyways. So, I had to go back to the table with what stealth did.
Mhm.
Stealth is now the opposite of what being in hindering terrain normally would do. Stealth rolls up dice from hindering terrain. On top of that one hindering terrain, you get a bonus that makes activations cost 1 less to a minimum of 1. So that makes the Dinotaur in the brush really powerful because his dice roll up rather than down. And he can cost, essentially, instead of 1, 2, 3, 4 on the board, 1, 1, 2, 3.
And that's especially powerful for the Dinotaur, because when it activates from the 2nd or 3rd slot, it gets to re-roll 2 of its attack dice.
Yes.
So activating from 2 effectively for free is really powerful.
And we cleaned up the reroll attack dice, so that's actually before auto misses, auto fails are removed.
Mhm.
Because we found that to be very
Unintuitive.
lackluster.
Yeah.
Why would I risk rolling 2 auto fails
Right.
from these hits?
Right.
Okay, you are done.
Yep. Oh, I accidentally put this guy back on the wrong side, so I will rectify that. But
Okay.
then we're good to go.
So I'll spend 1, and I'm actually going to not Aqua Tail. I'm going to Whirlpool shot you.
Okay.
Okay? So what that means is I'm going to target... I have to move first. 1, 2... And I'm going to target his dragon. Okay?
Makes sense.
So I'm going to be shucking 5 dice at the dragon. But this is where it gets fun for me. You got your defense?
I will roll a single defense die because the dragon's defense is terrible.
Okay. So the only thing that gets removed... Oh, I have support. So I will get to reroll
Isn't
these.
this a ranged attack?
Yes, it is. So those would have been removed. JK. But you're in range for the other 2,
Yep.
so you'll block 1. You're
And
going
I'll
to take
one
1.
of the armor.
Now here's the fun part, and this is the real reason I did it. Move any beast within 2 space of that target to a close space of that target.
Ooh, I take an attrition.
So we'll just whirlpool the Dinotaur right into a block that hurts him to walk on. And now he's not in hindering terrain anymore. And the Equator will go right back. Go ahead.
I'm just going to say that was also pretty rude.
You're
You're being really rude today, Chris.
I agree that it was rude. I'm sorry.
All right, so I have the Bark Sprite coming up, who is currently on the bench over here. So what I think I might do is have Camille use on the mend, which would...
Just a smart choice. If you have anyone that's knocked out, Camille is the best trainer to get them back in the fight. And you're going to get the 2 beast power.
Yep. So it could also go Rampage as 1 here, which would let me do a really big attack on... actually, maybe I just want to do a huge attack on the man-shot.
Yeah,
Did you ever
make it
consider
happen. I've not used them the whole game for a reason. So...
Just cannon fodder. Eventually I'm going to put all of his guys on this side of the board, and then he'll...
Oh, no. I don't see him useful right now in the game. I don't have any of the cards of his that do anything, so he's just kind of been like, meh. You'll notice I rearranged to literally move the penguin all the way to the back of the line, like...
Actually, I think that because of the tactics that I have in my hand, this gives me a really nice line here. So I am going to use Rampage as 1. Oops, I took 1 too much energy off of myself because I already spent that extra 1. So I'll gain just 1 star. Spend my extra energy. I will focus the Dinotaur, the Dinotaur. And I will move here, back into hindering terrain, and here.
The benefit here is that he's going to knock it out with 1 hit, and then he'll have wasted everything that he did.
Not necessarily, because this one can attack here, this one can attack here. They don't have to be the same time.
I'm not worried about the Equator, Ben, but go ahead.
Sure. I'm going to attack.
I'm going to focus my die.
I'm going to focus my dice as well.
I have 1 die.
I have more than 1, but I would have focused it even if it were just 1, because you might know a tactic I have in my hand, or an objective I have.
Look at that.
1 and 4. No
Block
auto
1.
fails. Alright, so I'll hit you for 3.
Give me 3. 3.
And
Alright.
I will put this down for spending focus on attack and defense this round.
Alright.
I'll just build it out that way a little bit since we're crunched on space.
I dig it.
And then I will also attack the man-shot with my Dinotaur.
Alright, let's go.
And I believe I will not focus that one because a single hit will do the trick there.
He's going to roll all auto misses, so who cares? Everything's an auto miss. No, but it does roll up.
Yeah, so 3,
I'll
4,
block
6,
1,
6.
he'll get knocked out.
Okay,
Let's pretend that I focused his attack as well.
sure.
I need a daze. Grab your trophy, sir.
I did. That
Come.
does not score me anything immediately, but it did get me down the tactic there.
Okay.
And that's a really big tactic, so I really wanted to get that one
Who's
out.
next on your line? Move her to the back of the bus, please.
Alright, thank you. And because of taunting
Oh,
pose, this guy cannot be attacked right now, so he can
Oh,
only
yeah.
attack my leaf dragon.
I am actually not worried about that. I'm going to spend the rest of my energy to activate the man shot here from the 2nd slot. That's why it does not cost him 3, his token. I'll move and I'll go ahead and I'll shoot your dragon.
Okay.
I'll give him daze because it's from the 2nd slot, which will score me this card.
Alright.
And let's do this. 4 dice.
versus 1.
Nothing misses, except for, you know, anything below a 2Z. 1 miss, but no blocks. So take your 3.
Alright.
Okay. Go ahead, man. And that will be the last time I activate the man shot this game.
So I have 3 energy right now. I can activate the Dinotaur for 3 energy, -1, and I have a tactic that costs 1.
Here we go.
So I'm going to activate Dinotaur from the 3rd slot, spending the rest of my energy.
Mm-hmm.
I will get a momentum and a beast power,
Mm-hmm.
and I will use Chomp Chomp. So I can move up to 1 space before I attack, but I'm in hindering terrain right now, which is great for me, so I'm just going to stay here.
Uh-huh.
And
I mean, you have to, though. It doesn't say may.
it says up to.
Well, that would mean up to 1, I think.
And I can commit focus after I roll the attack.
Which is just wonderful.
Yep. So I'm just going to leave the focus there, and I'll see what I roll, and then I'll see if I want to focus.
Alright, let's do it. I'm going to focus my defense.
1 and 2. And none of those are 1s or 2s.
Everything becomes a 5.
Okay, so I will
I'll
focus
block
my
2.
attack. So it'll block nothing.
Yep.
And I'll hit you for 3. 5, sorry, because you blocked nothing.
Yep.
So got you down from 6 hit points to 1 there. So
Yep.
that was a lot. I committed all of my remaining energy to do that, but
And I'll pass and take that.
but I was gonna pass and take that.
I know. Okay, so...
That is actually one of the bad sides about using the Bark Sprite to get your maximum energy up, is that you always end up passing second, which is a problem some of the time. So you move to the end. I guess I could have re-rolled 2 of those dice too, but why
I'm
would I
going to
have?
discard 2 of these. I'm going to gain 2 of these, and I'll draw 2. Okay.
I'm deciding if I want to hold this card any longer. So I've had it the whole game, and I keep thinking that I'm going to score it. I need to look at how likely I find this line to be.
Well, I am ready when you are.
I'm going to hold it. I'll draw 2 new ones. I think I can get there this round.
I don't think
I'm
so.
never scoring this card.
I don't think so, but I love your confidence. Okay.
I do not like either of the cards I just drew. I will put that out there.
So, I will reset my energy. Yours is already pretty much capped.
Yep. And I'm already... Oh, I need 1 more.
I gotta take 2 attrition on the Kingfisher. Oh, no, I don't, because your Leaf Dragon is not near him. And I will go ahead and gain my 1 star for holding that line still.
And I will rotate Taunting Pose, because this one stays out for
2 turns.
Yeah, 2 turns.
Okay. Let's start it off with 2 for Transference.
Oh, that's a pretty good card for it.
Remove any number of armor and to remove that many wounds and give that armor to each friendly beast. So let's go ahead and remove 2, to give 2, and remove 2. It'll also give me 3 right here.
Cool.
I figure he has 2 focus, so I can just focus defense rolls.
Mm-hmm.
And let's go ahead and do this before you do anything,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't like what you're doing over there. I'm going to give everyone on my side a focus.
Oh.
But that's not all. That's not all. Let's also remove all focus or armor. Oh, none of you people even have it. How lame.
Sorry.
Gosh.
I spent it all in that last double attack.
Gosh, Ben. Okay, go ahead. I was gonna say I wanted to do a thing, but I don't want to do a thing.
Okay, well I won't make you do the thing if you don't want to.
I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Question here is, do I just want to do this right now while you're in a position where I can do it? And I think the answer is yes, I want to do that. So I'm going to spend 3.
Not in any position you can do anything.
Oh, you're definitely in a position I can do something.
Unless you mean, am I in a position to win?
We're going to put down Corrosive Breath on the Leaf Dragon.
I don't care about that at all.
So this guy is decked out right now. So this is a reach 1, explosive 1 attack, so I can do a melee attack at 1 additional range, and it can hit all enemies adjacent to it. There's no friendly fire.
Let's go.
So I'm going to target the Kingfisher.
Alright.
And I already increased that, so that's good. I already hit on 3s and 5s, but before giving wounds, I remove all armor. Before giving wounds, remove 1 armor for each auto-fail roll. So.
Yeah. I'm going to focus.
Okay. I have no focus, so I won't focus. So we're looking for 3s and 5s.
Water.
So I can remove 4 armor. Oh, sorry, this one. I must have rolled all 6 by accident. I'm just going to reroll.
Yeah, you are a cheater.
I thought I just had 5, but obviously I was wrong. Oh, and then there went all the terrain. So I'll have 1 hit and 4 removal stuff.
Okay.
Armor removal.
So I will take 1 hit on the Aquator.
Okay.
And I will take none on the dragon.
Okay. Oh, because you both got 5.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Just
that
kidding.
was me. Yep, now you are.
Just kidding.
If I would have taken that first roll, I would have knocked you out. Oh wait, no, I would have put the damage on.
I don't have anything here worth a damn. Okay. I am okay with that decision.
Okay, good. I'm going to move this guy. Just activate him.
I am going to move the Aquator. We're going to activate the Aquator for 2. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to move the Aquator here. And as such, shooting through friendly, I'm going to shoot your Leaf Dragon.
Sounds good.
With my Whirlpool.
Okay.
Okay?
I will roll a single defense.
Yep. Beautiful.
Ooh. So I take 4?
That is all. Nope, because I'm going to lose the 2. Oh, no, I'm not going to lose the 2. 1, 2, yeah, I'll lose the 2 because of distance. But yes.
No, you're good, right? Because it just misses on 1, right?
1, 2, 3.
Oh,
I need
right,
threes. I need 3s or more. So the 2 is a hit, but
okay.
so you're going to take 4.
Yeah. And I think he has 8. So I'm 1.
Now here's what I wanted though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to move the Dinotaur here.
Stop doing that.
Go ahead.
Boy, I was really banging on activating the Dinotaur there.
And that gives me, by the way, just a cube there because he was activated from the 2nd slot. It doesn't raise my momentum. Oh, I know. I took you out of your slot in the hindering terrain and put you in harsh terrain and moved you pretty far away from my Aquator.
Does it make sense for me to actually...
Just spend 6.
I feel like it makes sense for me to activate Camille here instead.
I would just spend 6 to activate. I'd activate the Leaf Dragon for 4. Minimum. That's what I'd do. What do you guys think?
No, I think I'm going to activate Camille and Rampage as 1 again. So that'll cost me 3.
It'll cost you 4. She's in the 2nd slot. You do not get an armor or focus, but she's in slot 2, and the ability costs +2.
Correct. Oops. Also, I need to recheck my...
Ben's going to knock out the penguin again, and I couldn't care less.
Yeah, I believe that this line works just fine. Okay, so... we are going to move... like this, I believe. And... actually... I think I like this and this.
Okay.
Because this guy can't be attacked. So I like having this guy in the tougher to attack position.
I'm not even worried about attacking him. I'm going to stack him with so much attrition when I look at him after the Leaf Dragon's dead, he's going to fall over.
Okay, so I'm going to... I just make basic attacks against you. So I think that I will... actually, here, I'm going to rescind that briefly. I'm going to move here and stay here. Because switch hit will let me move you there. Although I need to make sure. Yep. So there you go. Out of the. Because you have swimming. That guy has swimming, right?
Yeah, but that's going to be after you hit me. So.
Oh, it's after.
Yep. Roll your dice and then swing.
Okay. I'll make sure I'm rolling the right number this time. So I miss 2s and 4s, of which I rolled none.
I'm going to focus my D. That's all I needed. 4 6s.
Alright.
Now I'll go here. And take one of these that'll go away when I activate this.
And then I will attack with Leaf Grid.
Okay. What ability?
It is Constrict.
Okay. What do you got? 4 dice?
Yep. And I will daze you if I roll a 6. And there's some 1s and 4s. So I will daze you.
I will focus.
And I will.
And what do you miss on? 1s and 4s?
Yep. Listen the other way. I got 3, 5, 6.
I'll get knocked out.
Wow. That was not what I was expecting.
So no one can say the Kingfisher does not get knocked out.
You just need to roll like that every once in a while.
Well, I also blew all my armor, so.
Oh, that's right. You moved your armor over. That's not this guy from getting KO'd, though, so it all kind of comes out in the wash. So I will get my 1 point. And you'll knock your momentum down, which I see you did.
Nope.
Oh, you did not?
That was after the previous KO.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, that's all that I can do there.
Okay.
So you are up.
Okay. So, let's activate for 1 from that slot. And...
You can't attack him, remember?
Oh, I can. Oh, I can.
Okay.
Let's go 3. Free action Icebreaker.
Sure.
I'll gain a star, which will let me upgrade the man shot himself.
I think the odds of you not KOing me are virtually 0.
Yep, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to focus this attack.
Okay.
So let's go 4 against
You get your
your...
extra 1 energy, right? For the...
Yes.
Okay.
Let's go 4 against your Elite Dragon.
Yep. I'll roll 1.
Everything is a 6.
Okay. I'll get knocked out.
I'll gain my trophy for that.
And...
Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
I KO'd a target with no attrition, focus, or armor on him.
Nice.
So I'll gain an extra trophy.
And I will gain 2 trophies from having only 1 beast in the arena.
Love it. Okay.
I was trying for so long to get you to knock out one of my guys before I activated the bark sprite again. I was like, anytime now, he's gonna attack me. I know it.
6 dice against the Leaf Dragon.
Okay.
Because I have not attacked. I will be ice sharding it.
Oh,
There's a free action. I also get to draw 1 from it, sorry. And gain 1 armor from the second slot.
Did you get the days for your Kingfisher, by the way?
Yes.
Oh, you put it on the
Always. 6 to your dragon, and he will get days. Regardless, the Dinotaur is going to get days. And...
Just 2.
6 dice, everything hits, but the 1 will go away because you are not within 1 of me.
Okay.
So you will block 2 of 5, you will take 3 plus 2.
And get knocked out, I believe. Yep.
And I will gain, ladies and gentlemen, the 10th trophy, which signifies that this is the last round.
Okay. So this goes here. That guy goes here. I will finally activate my rock sprite for exactly what I mentioned that I have left.
I just cleared the whole field with Ben at no energy.
And I will put a natural archer on the bark sprite. So it knows line of sight.
Well, you need to get right up next to me like that. There you go.
Yep. And I will just stand right there.
Point blank shot.
Point blank shot.
Did you gain your 2
I didn't get
Star
my
from that?
power. Alright. Well, since this is the last round,
I
and
would
this is
just
the only
flip
guy
it
that I have
up.
out,
Just flip it
with the
up.
bark sprite.
Make it happen.
And that is relevant here because this actually makes a normal attack. It uses the nature attack. It's not its own. So upgrading the bark sprite.
Smartest thing you can do right now.
Yep.
Alright, here we go. 2 dice against your 6 and then pick 3, right?
Yep. Actually, it's 4 pick 3.
Is it?
Yep. Roll 4 pick 3.
I'm pretty sure it says on natural.
Oh, no, you're right. Okay.
Yep.
That's right. I was just looking at it. You know, actually just realized here, it says pick 3 here, but you roll 4 on this side.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was corrected in the final version.
Keep knocking over that one boulder.
God, what 3 and 1 are you going to pick?
Well, I'll probably...
Probably the 1 and the 4.
Yeah.
Probably 6, 5, 5.
I'll pick those 4.
6 and a 4.
Okay.
I'll block 2. I'll take 2 and not get knocked out.
Yep.
And that, ladies and gentlemen...
Well, wait.
Oh!
Active team, score if I have an upgrade on each of my beasts. Well, upgrade or active card.
Oh, okay. I was going to say that's a game, but obviously I still have a ton of energy to...
Right.
Go ahead.
No, that's all I got.
Oh!
I have nothing else. If I could have removed a wound from anyone, that would have been nice, but I never had that.
I'm going to activate Titus in the first slot. I'm going to move him to here with 4, Ben. So what that's going to do, I think you can see, I'm going to draw the last 3 of these. Oh boy, what can we do here? I got 3. Oh, obviously I'm going to keep that. I can keep 3 and then draw 1. Those are too many turns, so I'm going to keep 3 and shuffle and draw. Okay, and this would have put me way beyond you. All beasts are flipped to their upgrade side, so I would put me.
13.
Yep, that would put me at 13. I'm not going to belabor the victory here because I have 2 other cards here that I could possibly score in 3 energy, but I am going to tell you guys that we love this set.
Oh yeah. I feel like the beasts in this are like they're just also interesting in terms of the things that they do and the different ways that they play.
Oh, yeah. With Sun and Stone, I would say that our goal was to put, I don't want to say the most vanilla set, but definitely the most easy to digest of the system.
Right. There's a reason that when we're teaching the game, we start on Sun and Stone.
And with this game, we threw in, like, Ben had Taunting Pose with the Leaf Dragon. That's what we call an active tactic. And that's like the active trophy cards. It turns. So think of it like a buff in an MMORPG.
Right. A short term.
Yep, that's timed. And then we added free actions, which we knew were going to be a concept that took some wrapping your head around because so much of the game revolves around our, interesting activation system and tokens. Breaking that with free actions was not something we wanted to do just like right out of the gate.
Right.
And then recycling, I would say, is really prevalent with the Tide team because of the Aquater and Fan Mail in a way that I think in the first set, what was it? The Ignolupus can pull cards from the discard to use again.
Right.
But you have to have drawn them and used them. And then you have to pay. You still have to pay the energy and a cube to use them again.
But of course, the Ignolupus's cards are really good.
None
so
of
that's
them,
nice.
and none of them are upgrades.
Right.
So that was the
They're
first beast we did that had no upgrades. And I did actually love this knockout. I will say that.
Yeah.
I love this knockout because everyone sees the Crabs card and they say it's impossible. But when you leverage damage on all the other beasts, that's what transference is for. So it kind of makes me say, like, God, can I gamble on the Crab defending everything without armor with his only 3 health?
Right.
Or do I let the Aquater go? And in this instance, it was the right choice for me to gamble, for sure, because I gained the 3 stars, which would have let me score the 3, upgrade all your beasts. It kept the Aquater alive, which let me move over there, which let me Whirlpool, which let me,
Absolutely.
Definitely that was the right choice, but that's an interesting decision to put people in, like, can you sacrifice your Crab to keep the others, or do you want to let all the others go and just leave the...
Right. Well, especially because you usually want your crab to be near the front because it's really good at holding a point.
So then when you have to pull him back from one of the summoning stones, then it's like, okay, yay.
Yeah.
And of course, the other concept, the crab is the first 2-space beast that we've introduced into the system that has any special rules. So that would be the other thing. We talked about that at 2DCon, the support, right? So when the support normally would work where, if I have a guy here and a guy here, I have support on the bark sprite, but that means that he only has that radius around him. Whereas now you look at the crab.
There's 3 additional spaces that you can support
from. There's a whole nother line of, so even in something like this where you're like, okay, I'm going to be safe because I've got some terrain around me. Even that's not true because you're open in 6 spaces still.
Yeah, and we did see that we saw that be relevant both when you were here and I was able to move to here and then shoot, and also when I was able to support when we were over here more easily. Yeah. So that, it's a small, it doesn't seem like it should be a huge thing because it's not a numerical tweak or anything, but just by giving them that extra hitbox effectively, it's like a heavy character in a fighting game where they have a huge hitbox and they're easy to hitbox.
Right. He has a ton of armor and a ton of defense, but he's easier to mitigate damage rolls against. So yeah, there's a give and take there. And then, of course, you guys saw the man shot in action. I was just joking. I love the man shot.
Yeah, man shot's great.
It was just, I was so scared because Ben plays the Dinotaur so aggressively. Yeah. I was so scared of putting this little penguin man shot out in the middle to get eaten.
And it's, 5 health, 1 defense.
That's on his upgrade side. It's 4 health.
4 and 1.
It's 4 and 1 on the other side. So I was so scared of him just getting eaten and feeding Ben points.
And that is the thing, one of the reasons that I play the Dinotaur aggressively in this matchup is because that's the only one that can consistently get into position to attack the man shot.
Yes.
Unless you have In Pursuit, which of course as we noted now is harder to use.
The straight lines.
Yeah. But so getting the Dinotaur into kind of the middle here, and pretty early on I got the stealth card for it. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to camp him out here and be able to hopefully get wherever I need to go.
What I almost love, though, about the Crab and Leaf Dragon relationship in this set is that they're not hard counters, but, the Crab ensures that there's quite a few lines the Leaf Dragon can get to do In Pursuit and get in battle, right? Because you were able to get from over here to over here for someone that has no movement, which put you in range of the Man Shot, the Otter, and the, And at the same time, you look at their activation tokens, your guy gives attrition just by standing next to people because of that corrosiveness. Kingfisher cancels that when he activates outside of the 3rd and 4th slot. He cancels armor. So you have an armor buster, which is also good against, Stone Golem and a few other characters. I don't like hard, we've never liked hard counters. Right. But having these soft...
And in a game like this where, if you have hard counters on preset teams, that's kind of feel dead. And also if you have hard counters in a draft, and it's like, well, you happened to get the one that was super good against the 2 that I got.
Well, and you feel then like the choice is binary. Yeah. You took the Stone Golem and the Crab, I have to take the Leaf Dragon. No, you could take any other, the dragon from the first one just ignored armor. So there's another good thing, against the Kingfisher, or, we've seen the Radbur Cat used from Sun and Stone, where I'm just rolling 6 dice.
Something's gonna hit eventually.
The Stone Golem with the each 5 and 6 is 2 wounds. It's just so powerful that your shell doesn't matter to me.
Right.
So I don't know. I think this set is. I don't want to say it's better. I want to say the hook is a little bit more diverse. And we're Sun and Stone. We'll probably talk about that if an update gets posted tonight. The trainers in that. The strategies, to me, I will definitely say, I was talking about this. We did 2DCon. How many 2 weekends ago?
Last weekend.
Last weekend. Yeah. And that was one of the things that I was explaining to someone that had walked by set to set while you were doing Guardian stuff with someone, is the trainers in the first set, to me, feel like the long-term and short-term is easier to pay out Like Valentina from the first set has like, you know, set her up and then set up your beast because then you get the bonus trophies. Sheikah is very, his beasts are more expert level of the two trainers there, but he is more beginner level because the ability to swap in the activation row. And team tactics, right, where he just, everyone move to, gain a focus or an armor, you know, like, so, but then the trainers here, I feel like definitely have that, like, team chemistry, playing an active or upgrade card from your hand or discard into play, you have to set him up and you have to set the beast up, or do what I did, where I just have a mass amount of cubes to do that effectively. And like this, re-rolling, attack re-rolls, this is huge. I did not use it this game, but if I was playing the man shot more aggressively, I would have dumped all of this on Lucky Hat every round, because the man shot would have been able to activate. I could have gotten 2 activations per round with a bunch of re-rolls on a 6-hit daze ability with no auto fails, you know. And then fan mail, the ability to recycle and then draw is just... It's what allows me to get the cards I want. And out of a 12-card deck, it's not that hard. If every turn, you know, I'm recycling 2 to 3 cards even, just to get a feel for what's Ben doing, what can I score, or what's Ben doing, and I needed a transference. That was one of the cards I needed. I was looking for a transference. So.
Yeah. Cool stuff.
As you can see, we just love talking about Beastmasters.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you guys back to the campaign, we can't thank you guys enough. We'd love to do another live stream sometime during or right after the campaign ends, maybe with Sun and Stone content, because we know people want the Sun and Stone.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is Ben. You want to shut down the stream?
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. It was always fun doing this.
And of course, if you guys are catching the stream after the fact, the Kickstarter is and will be still running until Lucky Day, September 13th, a Friday. And we hope to see you guys there.
Thank you very much.